Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I have so much that has been on my mind lately, so I wanted to kind of pop onto a video and share some of it. I've been having a lot of conversations with my clients. It seems to come up with every client. It's been coming up a lot on social media. I see it often, and even conversations with my friends and family. This has been a topic that seems to come up a lot, and it's around this idea of can't wait to go back to normal, right? I hear it all the time. It's like, we go back to normal, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I can't wait for things to go back to the way they were. And I just want to spend some time on this because I think this is a really important discussion that is either helping us or holding us back, depending on how we're really looking at it. And what I mean by that is when you think about the phrase going back to normal, right? It's the idea is that we're going back to something. You're moving backwards. And what's backwards is the past. That's where the past lives, right? The past no longer exists. So when we say we want to go back to normal, we're saying we want to go back to something that doesn't exist, and we're hoping and wishing and praying that our future is going to look exactly like something that, again, no longer exists. So what's happening is we're sitting here in the present moment, holding on to this, anchoring ourselves into something that doesn't exist, which is allowing us, or I shouldn't say allowing us, but it's preventing us from taking the gift that we have right now in the present moment to create something so amazing and so incredible for ourselves and set ourselves up for such great momentum in the future. We're missing that because we're so focused on something that we don't have any hold of and we don't have any control of. Also, we have to understand too that nothing will ever be exactly as it was, no matter what. It may look very similar, it may look almost identical, but it will never be exactly the way it was because things are always changing, always evolving, always growing. So we're wasting our time and energy on focusing on something that, again, will never be exactly as it was. We're missing the opportunity we have in front of us. And in some cases, we're so focused on wanting that past to be in our future that we're getting anxious about getting through this time. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand. This is not an easy time for a lot of people. This situation sprung up on us almost overnight. We were forced to do things completely different than we're accustomed to, and that's not an easy thing. Change is not an easy thing. No matter how adaptable someone can be, it can still be a difficult concept. So I totally understand that. And there is sometimes a little bit of a period of trying to adapt and working to adapt to those situations. But by now, if you haven't given yourself some grace, some compassion and understanding and knowing that, yes, you know what, I'm doing the best I can. If we haven't done that and moved on to start really creating a new normal for us, right? Because that's the power that we have. And I hope that you understand how powerful you truly are in this present moment. You are the source that will create and can create anything that you desire to have in the future. And that is a very difficult thing for a lot of people to understand, but it is absolutely true. You are the source of whatever you want to create. But if we have one foot into the past, holding on for dear life, wanting it to come back, and we're anxiously hoping for something better in the future, we're creating nothing that's going to serve us in the present moment. We're missing the gift that we've been given. So I'm challenging you to really just take a moment and really think, how much of a hold do you have on what you perceived as your normal? How badly are you waiting and wishing and wanting for that to come back? And how much time have you really spent on being present with what you have going on right now to really kind of identify what's working and maybe what's not working and start to create a new normal that can very well be so much better than the normal that you had. And it's not to say that your previous normal, there was anything wrong with it. It could have been fantastic. But to know that no matter how great it was, you can still always make it that much better, like that's such an empowering type of feeling. And you have that power. Again, it is you that has that power. So hopefully you take the opportunity to just really kind of identify the things that you truly do want and look at your current circumstances, and with some compassion work through what you can, and understand that there are things that you're not going to be able to do, and prioritize, what's the most important down to what's not as important, and really start to conceptualize what your future is going to look like. What is your new normal going to look like? So again, it was just been kind of like lingering around my mind, because I've been having so many conversations with clients, and again, friends and family, employees, everything, just around this idea of going back to normal. And, normal is what we make it, right? It's the environment, the circumstances, everything that we create within our control. So here's your opportunity to create the new normal for you and your friends and your family, and whomever else is in your world and space. But take this moment, take this time that we have, and have fun with it. Create whatever you want. But just again, wanted to share that with you. Hopefully it brought some insight, some value to someone. Thank you for all the support and love. Thank you to all of my clients who continue to believe in me and work with me. I'm just so grateful to have that opportunity to be there and to support. So hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.